Hey, Age of Empires fans, we got Star here with AoE TV. Uh, Hope everybody's doing well today. Um, I know we've had a hurricane this past couple days that was hitting Florida and Alabama and Texas. Um, Hope everybody's doing well there and everybody's staying safe. Um, so today we got a game that was sent in by Hamza. And we've been getting more and more videos that have been sent in, so we're trying to cast over them instead of just showing, the raw gameplay for the most part. Again, we're going to try and do this periodically. I do want to shout out to almost getting 50 members this month. I do think that we will get it done by the end of the month. We had a big push over the past, I think it was about 2 weeks, where we asked a bunch of people from, AoE 2 groups and 3 and Game Ranger and stuff like that to go ahead and follow us. And as you can see, we've done pretty well. So big shout out there. We've always continued to get about 3 or 4 likes a week for the past, I think we've been going on for about 2 months now. I think something like that. I think we're getting close to starting our 3rd month, but don't quote me on that. If you do want to subscribe to the YouTube channel on the Facebook, we just posted this, our YouTube channel. We've got well over a page now of content, Age of Empires 1 and 2. There's a lot of good stuff on there, so make sure you check that page out and subscribe. Today we're going to be going over a game, like I said, from Hamza, which we did one right before I went on vacation. You can find it again on the Facebook page, Expert Game Review, or in the YouTube. And essentially we kind of went over not just Hamza, but Giga AI, a couple different variations of when both of them could kind of do a little bit better, but it mostly came down to the attack path, so to speak, and a little bit of frustration. It was a really long but excellent game, so definitely check that one out. But before we jump into this game, guys, let's take a look at Mixhound. They're going to be providing our beat for today, which is Bloom. And this is going to be one of their chill step mixes. This is great stuff for gaming. It's great stuff for web design, web development, graphic design, any kind of stuff that you're going to be sitting there for a couple hours on the computer doing. I would definitely recommend doing this. If you're on YouTube or YouTube Music, chill step, mix. This one is again by Mixhound. There's quite a few of them out there that are really good, but definitely check out Mixhound. They've got several mixes that you might be interested in, and they're all roughly between an hour and 2 hours long with very minimal advertisements. So check that out, especially if you're doing extended video like we are here. Love this stuff. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into this game here. We've got Hamza in the yellow trunks, and then Zemofile in the blue trunks. We're both going to be playing Chosen, which I like to do, mirror match. Both players are going to be doing a 3-town center start, I believe. Can't verify this on Zemofile's side, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be doing a 3-town center start as well. And very crisp. I like how Hamza did the like how Hamza has done the painting. I like how Hamza has done his houses. I think it's a little scatterplot, but all in all, good stuff here. He's making units. He's keeping up the villager production, and again, he's expanding and continually moving his rally. And again, a little scatterplot, but he does find this back door here. I just don't know how well this back door would have done, just because he was so close to the edge already. But taking this out is huge. Definitely helps. So good job there. One issue I have is the placement on these towers. That's a lot of towers, number one, to just plant, but two, they're kind of in the walkway. So you want to be careful of that. Because if he were to stop and just start hitting those, they would immediately go down without them ever firing. You lose that. So yeah, I'm going to stop this here. Because he is going to kind of hold off this rush. You can see in the score here that it will even out. So as you can see again, guys, the score is kind of leveling out for the most part. But a lot of his towers have been kind of just eaten up. And he just doesn't have a whole lot of people working on these to get them done fast enough. So I would have put the towers behind this gold, again right here where he has it, and then on this ridge line, and just kind of allowed him to funnel through here. You know, build you a couple barracks. Don't worry about the towers, barracks, or houses here. And as he floods in, it's just going to get pounded by towers. I would have also made a bigger deal about this hill here, but neither player really goes for it, so all in all it kind of becomes like null and void. Also, we're almost at 100 population by the 4-minute mark. That's excellent timing, especially since you're losing stuff. 9 idle villagers, not a huge deal right now, but again, that's people that could be working on this, could be working on this, you know, fortifying this, and so forth. Plenty of houses though. Excellent job there. As you can tell, he will continually rise in the pop, and I think that's really where the game, where he wins the game. I do want to take a note here at the 5-minute mark. And we are running out of stuff here. Guarantee you he'll be out of food by the 6-minute mark and probably stone. A couple more of the non-built towers get taken down. But all in all, Micro is excellent. He's attacking exactly where he needs to attack. Alright guys, so at the 6-minute mark, we are completely out of food and completely out of stone. It's not going to be an issue, I don't believe, this game, just because his numbers right now are overwhelming. It's just not going to be stopped by this. And on top of that, he sees the farms, and I feel like Hamza knows if he can just hit that economy, it'll be game over. It doesn't matter, he doesn't have an economy if he can destroy his opponent's economy. I mean, I think he's got the numbers to do it. I really do. I think that maybe Zemofile may have been house blocked or a little too reliant on the towers, one of the two. But he had to miss a pump or two. Again, excellent micro. He's attacking exactly where he needs to. He's got enough forces. He's got forces defending. He's got forces in his town centers. They're not really defending much, other than the town centers themselves. But I think he knows. I think he feels blood. He smells blood. That's a lot of units too. 200 mark by the 8-minute mark. Now he is hitting his houses, so he'll probably stay around there. But he reached the around 200. It was like 190 around the 8-minute mark. Yeah, I think he knows he's not going to stop this. Now, if he could, that would be, you know, there wouldn't be a lot left. Starting to stone. So again, a good option here, or a good way to improve gameplay, is going to be just the macro sense. The micro, the 3-town center start, all that looks fantastic, very crisp. Just need to start the farms, the stone, a little sooner. and that's only because these guys are food and stone heavy. So each civilization is going to have different priorities. Again, the elephant civs are obviously going to have more priority on the food. The ones with chariots are going to have wood and food prioritized over gold. Um, you just kind of have to make those either in-game or kind of come up with some kind of little system, write them down, memorize them, whatever you do. Um, Again, I mean, you can even go with it on the fly. It's up to you, but you need to prioritize what you're going to need, and then make sure that those idle villagers are working on those, and then continue to macro. So that means continually make villagers the whole game, um, forcing them on wood and gold and all the other stuff, building new stuff, yada yada yada. Second thing here, it's going to be about macro, it's going to be about economy, because we'll go through this, but we won't see the economy tab. So the timeline's important, for sure, but it's about half as important as the economy tab. And the military and the summary and the religion and technology just doesn't matter. I've won games with negative military, so, you know, legions are cheap units and they die, so sometimes you can win with negative numbers, and it doesn't really matter. You can't really win with low economy numbers. So definitely get in there, hit the economy side, and make sure that you look for how many villagers you had. I think your highest villager count, or whatever it's called, because that's a good marker. It's not great because a lot of people can just spam villagers at the end of the game, but at the same time, the best we got, and it is a good marker. You always want to average for around 100. Even for a low game like this, I would say about 75. So make sure you start trying to hit those markers, or trying to even just push yourself. If you're getting around 60, I was stuck at 65 for a long time. Like I was getting between like 50 and 65. Just make more town centers quicker. Make sure that they're all in one control group, and make sure that they're always rallied to one particular resource. Make sure they're always rallied to one particular resource, because you want them constantly working. You don't want to have to go through and constantly manage, you know, 4 or 5 guys every time the guys pop. So I hope y'all enjoyed this game between Hamza and Zemofile. It was a good expert 1v1. Chosen vs. Chosen, one of my favorite game times to watch, so I really enjoyed it. Excellent gameplay on both sides. I would like to know if Zemofile was house capped. Personally, I think it was either that, or he maybe just forgot a pump or something along those lines. If we look at the map after the game, he did have a small economy. He started his farms and his mining and stuff like that, so I don't know if it was that, or if it was just, again, he lost so much trying to do that, trying to force that rush to work, because you have to think on, he lost a little bit of time at the start of the game, maybe because he thought Royal was playing. He lost a little bit of time with the backdoor that didn't work, or they got caught, and a villager or two. Lost, you know, a few guys just walking up to the base because they're getting attacked on the way. So I mean, it was execution-wise, like he lost a lot, and it just didn't really work, and then maybe didn't have the numbers and so forth. Because he had the towers, defensive-wise, looked great. Economy looked a little slow, but it was there. I think it just came down to numbers. Hamza had an overwhelming amount of numbers, and even when he had ran out of food and stuff, they were still being produced because they were queued up. So he had paid for them, but they were just continually coming out, and that's where I suspect that maybe it was a house cap, and he needs to check his side of the game. So let us know what y'all think in the comments, and I appreciate y'all watching it. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.